Right now, all eyes are on Zimbabwe, and people are asking one big question. Is the military about to step in again? Or is this just another moment of political pressure building behind the scenes? What we are seeing is not something that started today. This tension has been growing slowly, step by step. And if you have been following the story closely, you will understand that this is deeper than just one headline. It is about power, control, loyalty, and survival at the highest level of leadership. In Zimbabwe, the relationship between the political leadership and the military has always been very sensitive. The army is not just a background institution. It has influence, it has history, and it has shown before that it can step in when things become unstable. Now, people are beginning to notice certain signs again. Quiet movements, strong statements, and rising disagreements among top figures. These are the kind of signals that make citizens start asking questions, even when nothing official has been announced. At the center of everything is the growing tension within the ruling structure. Some factions are pushing for continuity, while others are pushing back, saying things are not going the right way. And when you have that kind of division at the top, it creates uncertainty across the whole country. You see, when leaders begin to disagree openly or indirectly, it does not stay hidden for long. It spreads, it reaches the public, it creates speculation. And that is exactly what is happening now. There are talks, there are whispers, and there are strong opinions flying around. Some people believe the situation is under control, while others feel something bigger is quietly building behind the scenes. And this is where the military comes into the conversation. In Zimbabwe, the military has always been seen as a key pillar of stability. But at the same time, when tensions rise too much, people begin to wonder whether the same force could step in to restore order as it has done before. Now, listen carefully. This does not mean anything has happened yet. It is very important to understand that what we are discussing here is the atmosphere, the feeling, the pressure that is building. Not confirmed action, but strong signals that people cannot ignore. Some insiders and observers are pointing to the recent tone of communication between leaders. The language is becoming stronger. The patience is becoming thinner. And when that happens, it tells you that something is not sitting well behind closed doors. At the same time, there are reports of increased alertness within certain institutions. Not panic, but awareness. Not chaos, but readiness. And when institutions start becoming more alert, it usually means they are watching something carefully. Now let's talk about what this means for ordinary people. For citizens, moments like this bring uncertainty. People begin to ask, what happens next? Will things remain stable? Will there be changes? Or will everything calm down again like before? And this is why conversations like this are important. Because people want to understand what is going on, even when the full picture is not yet clear. If you are following this story right now, just take a moment and support this channel by liking this video and subscribing. Abasi, it really helps us bring you more clear and simple breakdowns like this. Now, let's go deeper. Another thing to watch is how different groups are reacting. When you see different voices within the same political space speaking in different directions, it shows that unity is being tested. Some are calling for calm, some are standing firm on their positions, and some are sending subtle warnings without saying too much directly. This kind of situation creates a very delicate balance, because if things remain controlled, then it will just pass as another phase of political tension. But if the pressure continues to rise, then decisions may be forced to happen faster than expected. And when decisions happen under pressure, they are usually not small decisions. We also need to look at history. Zimbabwe has experienced moments like this before, where tension reached a point and then suddenly everything changed very quickly. That memory is still fresh in the minds of many people. And that is why even small signals today are taken very seriously. But at the same time, every situation is different. Just because something happened before does not mean it will happen again in the same way. The players are different, the environment is different, and the global attention is also different now. So what we are seeing is a mix of caution and curiosity. People are watching carefully, analysts are speaking carefully, and leaders are also choosing their words carefully. Now, let me tell you something important. Sometimes the idea of a coup or a sudden takeover becomes louder in public conversation than in reality. It becomes a word people use to describe uncertainty even when there is no direct action yet. And that is why it is important to stay balanced. Yes, there are tensions. Yes, there are strong signs that things are not completely smooth. But at the same time, there is no official confirmation of any immediate drastic move. What we are seeing is pressure building, not explosion yet. And in many cases, pressure can lead to negotiation, adjustment, or even quiet resolution without any dramatic event happening. But still, the reason this story is gaining attention is because of how quickly things can change when power structures are involved. When people at the top begin to reposition themselves, even small movements can have big meaning. Now imagine this. If different power groups begin to lose trust in each other, yes, then every move becomes strategic, every statement becomes calculated, and every silence becomes meaningful. That is the stage Zimbabwe seems to be entering right now. A stage where people are reading between the lines, a stage where actions are being watched more than words, a stage where everyone is asking, what comes next? And this is where we are going to pause for now. Because what comes next is even more interesting. The possible scenarios, the reactions from the region, and how this could affect the future direction of the country.